I'm now sharing my screen. I think, yeah. So I think you can see my screen. Yeah. So I have the software which has version of 3.440, which is the basically this is the preferable version for me. Okay, so you can use the later version as well. So I'm just in the software. The first of all, we just need to begin with loading the file dataset. Okay, so as I said, I will be using the Bangladesh dataset everywhere for today's work. So first of all, we'll load the district dataset of Bangladesh. So these datasets are basically freely available. I think the most of the country's dataset, the shape files and some other datasets like administrative boundaries, population datasets, railway lines, utility lines, etc. They're available online. So sometimes we need to buy datasets from other agencies and some places, or we sometimes create datasets for ourselves. Like we can create datasets from the Google Earth. Uh, then we can use any kind of coordinate system like collecting from the field to create datasets, etc. So for this training session, I collected all the datasets from online, so that are freely available. So let's begin with introducing the QGIS layout. I think you can see here. So this is the layout of QGIS software. So you can see here are the project options. So we can create any kind of projects from here, and we can save it from here to any of our designated folder. So, so this is the data editing points basically. So if we can want edit any kind of data sets, we use this uh, tool. Then view, this is all to the view, I think visibility things. Then layer option that will make us able to add layer, create layer, then change any kind of thing or remove layer. Then the settings, then any kind of plugins, like in QGIS, we need to additional plugins, like we need to add any kind of tools or things to create maps here in QGIS. So these are the plugin options. Then here are the tool for vector data analysis. We can see the vector analysis tools, geoprocessing tools, geometry tools, and the research tools, etc. Then the vast analysis tools. Then the database manager. Basically, if we want to manage any kind of database, so we should use this tool. Then several web importers for mesh calculator and analysis, and some other processing like toolbox. We can see, I think you can see my cursor. So here are the toolbox. So these are basically the ribbon. Okay, so within these tools, some tools are available on the screen to make it easy for us to use it directly. Okay, like we can select the tools from here to go sequentially, or we can select it from the tab from the ribbon. Okay, so this is the layout of QGIS, and I am just now starting the session with loading a data set. So for load the data set, I'll go to layer. I think you can see my cursor. I'll just go to layer, then go to the add layer. So as you went through the start the session, I think you may have some idea about the vector data sets and raster data sets. So for today's exercise, we'll use the administrative boundary of Bangladesh, so which is basically a vector data sets. So that's why I'll go to add vector layer option. Okay, so here I can see I can use the file or I can use the full directory. So for make it easy, I think I should load the file. Okay, uh, so from here I just will go to my folder. So I have created a specific folder for this task. Thus, uh, it will be easy for me and you guys to observe it clearly. Okay, so here are the data from my website. you can see number of data sets. Okay, so from this folder, I have the data sets of Bangladesh administrative boundary. Okay, so the dataset name is Bangladesh administrative boundary 2, which has some explanation. Basically, I think you don't need to uh, understand this, but what is more important, like a shape file is not just one file. You can see number of file that has uh, I think extension of SBX, then SHX, PRJ, etc. Basically, together, these all files store geometry, attributes, coordinate system, and all other information. Okay, so I'll just going to open the shape file here. I'll just open it and add it. So I think you can see the shape file of Bangladesh. Okay, so just after opening the or loading the file, I'll just check the attribute table, what information it has. Or I can go the sources and other parameters. Like if I go to the properties by right clicking the layer, I just want to go to the properties. So I can see the information here, like uh, the information from the provider, then coordinate systems. So here I can see the coordinate system reference, CRS. So you can see here the coordinate systems are assigned as WGS 1984. Okay, so which is a global reference system. So if this data set doesn't have any kind of reference system, we need to assign the sources. Okay, so if we right click the layer again, so you can see here our option layer CRS. You can see the default CRS system. So if the CRS is not defined, then we have to set the layers. Okay, so for this data set, the coordinate is already assigned and mentioned. So that's why I'm not going that procedure. Okay, so this is the data set. So if I go to the datasets attribute table, like I am just going to the attribute table by right clicking the layer and open attribute table. So you can see several fields or columns. Okay, so the name one, basically the division name. So division is the primary unit of uh, administrative boundary in Bangladesh, and the secondary level division is called the district. Here are name two is the column for the district. So here you can see the 64 districts in Bangladesh, and name one is for division. Okay, so that's the data the layer is stored. So okay, I think you can see. So this is the layer, okay? So we'll now load the additional data sets we'll use uh, for this exercise particularly. Okay, so I am going to layer again to add the layer. Okay, so as we're using the vector layer, so we're just going to the folder. Okay, so this is the folder. You can see several data sets. I'm just um, um, I think I'll be loading the airport points and the railway lines. Okay, so I'm just adding the data sets. Okay, so you can see the data sets here. Okay, uh, I think from the layer manager, you can see all the layers. Okay, so uh, right now, all districts are probably look the same, okay? The violet color maybe. So we can change the symbology. So we'll go to the symbology in the next task, obviously. Before that, I just want to show the datasets attribute table again. So from the railway lines, we can see some missing values. Basically, the datasets are not a very good one. Basically, they have just the information, the basic information, not everything. So again, the airports as well. Okay, so I'm just now moving to the symbology part. Okay, so to make it better as in terms of visualization and readability. And maps are not just about data. Okay, so the readability is very important for any kind of maps. Okay, So I'll just go to the administrative boundary first, or I can start with the railway lines. Okay. So I'm just right clicking the layer, then go to the properties. So here you can see so many options. So I'll just go to the symbology part. Okay. So if I just go to the symbology, like here, okay, so I can see several options. So we can use dash line, or you can change the colors and do everything. But basically, I want to add something like a railway line. So I can see here a symbology, which actually means the topographic railway lines. I want to add these as a railway line, okay? So that's it. So you can see the railway line, okay, the symbology has been changed, and change symbology is showing over the English base map. Okay, so we can change the symbology as we want. Like I am observing the line too much thick. So if I just want to reduce the width, then I'll just go to the width option, like reducing the width. I am just using 1 as a width. So I can change the opacity as well if I want. Okay, so you can change the opacity. I'm just keeping it default. Okay, so I am now applying the changes, and you can see the changes. So I think the layer width has decreased, maybe. Okay, so I'm just clicking OK now. Now I'll go to the airport file. So by right clicking it, then go to the properties. This is the point shape file. Okay, so the vector datasets can be line, point, or polygon. So I am using 3 datasets to make it to remind you again. Okay, so the railway lines, that are those are the line datasets. Then the airport points, that are the point datasets, and the administrative boundary, these are basically the polygons. Okay, so you can see the points. Okay, so I'm now again, as they are the airports, so I just want to uh, assign a symbology that are I think that looks like airport. Okay, I'm just searching it here. Okay, I think you can see my cursor. I'm just searching you something like airport or something. So I have found one, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so this is the topographic airport sign. So I'm just applying it. Yeah. Okay, so you can see my screen. So the airport points. Basically, Bangladesh doesn't have so many airports. Basically, they are I think air bases, then helipads, everything. So all are stored in these data sets. Okay, so you can see, I think 30 to 40 of these airports and air bases and helipads and etc. Okay, so I have already changed the symbology of the lines and the airport points. So now I want to change the symbology of the administrative boundary. Okay, so I'll go to the properties again. Okay, so I will assign the label, the district level. Okay, that's why I am not change the symbology according to the district name. I will just change the symbology according to the uh, I think division name. Okay, so I can use single symbology. So if I want to use single symbology, I'll just go to single symbol, then select the color as you want. Like now I want a gray one. So I'm going to the gray shade, then apply it. I think you can see the changes. Okay. So if you want to single symbol, we'll just go to the color and choose the color and then hit apply. It will change the color. Okay, so now I am looking for the categorized symbol. Okay, so for the categorized symbol, here I need to assign the value, the field value. So which value will categorize the whole map or whole layout or whole layers. Okay. So as I said earlier, I want to change the color according to the division. That means each division may have separate colors. Okay. So for that, I'll go just to value field. So here you can see name 1, ID 2, and name 2. So as I said earlier, the name 1 is the field for the division. So I'll just select this. Okay. So then I just want to classify them. Okay, so you can see the random classifications. So the data sets is not updated. That's why we can see 7 divisions. But right now, Bangladesh has 8 divisions. We can see here 7 divisions because these are kind of some backdated data sets. Okay, so I don't need any kind of all other data sets because I clearly know that these data sets have 7 distinct divisions. So that's why I am just removing the all other values. So by selecting this, I'll just go to the delete sign. So you can see now the 7, saying 7 division. Okay. I think you can see the symbology has changed. Okay. So if you change, if you want to make some further changes, you can again go to the properties. Like we can change the opacity if we want. Like here you can see 100% opacity. We can make it 60 or 70% if we want to visualize other layers as more prominent features. So we can see, okay, the shaded version of the layer. Okay, so that's it. So I forgot one thing that is very important. Basically, you can see this is an untitled project because I didn't save the projects yet. So at first, I think we need to save the project at our designated folder because sometimes it happens that the software got crashed and the all thing we have performed that can be deleted. That's why we should always save the project at first. Okay, so I'll go my folder. Uh, okay, so then I'm just saving the QGIS file. The project, I'm just using a name like base map project. Okay, so I just click the save button to save the whole project. Okay, so you can see the changed symbology now. So you can use different symbology and according to your target, basically you can modify it as you want. Okay, so now I want to add the label. Okay, here we have 3 different layers, but I want just to add label for the Bangladesh administrative boundary. Okay, so I'll go to the layer, right click it, then hit the show level. Okay, so if you see the all level are kind of same. Each division has each district in a same division has same level. Like Dhaka uh, is a division of Bangladesh, so all the district of Dhaka division is showing the same level. Basically, I have to change the level field as well. That's why I need to go to the properties again, then go to the level. So here you can see the level field or value field is uh, name 1. So I need to go to name 2 as I want to use the label for district. So name 2 means the districts of Bangladesh. So that's why I click here name 2 and hits OK. So now you can see the changed level. Okay, so different level you can see here. Okay, uh, the different level within Dhaka city, we can see different kind of level: Madaripur, Shuriatpur, Munchiganj, Manikganj, Rajbari, etc. Okay, so you can zoom out or zoom in the layers or move the layers as you want from anywhere from the places. So as I said, you can make the changes as you want, but for this exercise or for this session, we don't make any other changes. We'll just go to map preparation. Okay. Another thing, what I just forgot to mention again, so we can check that Bangladesh is in the right places or not. Like we can use any kind of web map. Here we can see several kind of web map, like quick maps of Open Street Map Western Standard. So I'm just opening the available web map. I can see the OpenStreetMap layers, and it's visible that Bangladesh is in right places. That means the series is okay. Okay. For opening the web map, you need to add the plugins, obviously. So I'm just showing you here. You need to go there and add the plugin. Like I have these plugins. So if you don't have the plugin, or if you're using the software for the first time, you need to install all the plugin. Okay. So I have already plugin these two. Okay. So this is just for the visualization. I'm not using it for the uh, map preparation purposes. That's why I am just removing the layer. Okay. So these are the layer. Using these layers, I want to create a map. So for creating a map, I'll go to the project option, then new print layout. Okay, so that will drag me to a new uh, layer. So before that, I need to create the print layout and enter a unique print layout title. So I just want to use Bangladesh shapefile. Okay, so then hit OK. Okay, so I am seeing here a new uh, layout. These are a print layout. Okay, so if I want to change the shape or sizes of the layout, so I have to right click on here and go to the page properties. Okay, so in the page properties, you can see the width and height can be changed. Okay, just I want a height of like 180, or sorry, with a 180 or 150. For height of 180. Okay, so that's basically my requirement. As the Bangladesh, the shape of Bangladesh actually, that is the reason why I am choosing this kind of sizes. Okay, so according to your maps, sizes and shapes and geometry, the layout can be changes. Okay, I'm just using these layout for creating the map. Okay, first of all, for creating the map, we need to add all items individually. First of all, we need to add the map. Okay, first of all, we need to add the map. Okay, so I am just going to add item option. You can see here the options. I am going to add item options. Then first of all, I'll add the map. Okay, so I'll drag here over the layout and you can see the map. Okay, so this is the exact map what I have symbolized earlier. Okay, so this map I'm seeing now it into the print layout. Okay, for creating the base map and exporting the map. Okay, so I can see the size is not. I think I can use the other spaces, the vacant spaces of the map. That's why I'm just changing the scale. For changing the scale, I can go to the scale here on the right side, like from expertise, I can see it should be like this. Then, yeah, okay. So I can see the map is now better visualized and filling the vacant spaces of the layout. So if I just want to drag the map anywhere I want, I need to go to the move item content option. Okay, so by clicking this, you can change the map. You can move the map and select the places you want. Okay, or you can zoom it or zoom out again using this tool. Okay, by using your mouse. Okay, I think this shape is okay, but I think in this layout, the labels are a bit larger than I want. Okay, so make if I want to make the changes of the label, I need to go to the uh, main map again, like here. Again, go to the properties option, then to the label. Here I'm just want to change the sizes, reduce the sizes basically like 7 and make it bold. I'm going to apply it. Okay. So you can see the change is not uh, visible here. Okay. So you just need to refresh it. Okay. Okay. I'm just refreshing it and seeing the smaller levels now. Okay. If I changes the other level again, like for the symbol or level, so I'll go to the basic map, basic GIS layout, then changes the symbology. Like if I want to change the Pathlet symbology a bit smaller, then I'll make the changes here. Okay. Okay, then hit OK. If I refresh it again, so I'll see a smaller level of the arrows. You see, so basically the aesthetics and readability is important. So you can change it according to your purpose and the formality. Okay, sometimes for publication or other purpose, we need a very formal type of maps. So for this, you can use any kind of sizes and shapes you want. Okay, the suitable sizes and shapes. So now I will add the other map elements. Like I want to add other items. Like map needs some basic elements. Okay, like titles, scale, legend, north line, etc. So that's why I'll go to the map elements. So first of all, a basic map elements, I want to add north arrow. Okay, so here I am going to the add north arrow option, then drag into the frame, and you can make changes. Okay, here from the right side, you can change the north arrow as you want. Okay, I'm selecting this north arrow. Okay, so you can see the north arrow is present here. Okay, so before adding the other elements, I want to add a frame. Okay, so here I can see in the item properties, you can add a frame. Okay, in the map, you can't see any kind of frame right now. But if I click the frame option, so here we can see a frame. Okay, so if we create the frame, I think it will be easy for us to understand the positions and the ratio of the elements. Okay, so now I will add another elements, which is the scale. Okay, so we can use a skill bar or a skill text. So here I want to add a skill bar. Okay, I'm just adding the skill bar here. Okay, so you can see the skill bar. You can make any kind of changes into the skill bar. We need to select the bar and go to the item properties. If you want any kind of changes in style like double box, line trick, then stepped line. So you can use it. I'm just here using single box. Okay. So here you can change the skill bar units, kilometers, meters, etc. I'm just selecting kilometers. So the label unit multiplier can be changed as well. The label can be changed. Like for now, I am just using km as kilometers. You can change it as you want. Then you can see different segments. Like for now, I am choosing for two different segments. So if I want to make it 3, I need to change it here, 3, 2. So this is according to our purposes. I'm now just using a basic 2 segments scale bar. Okay, so I can change the height as well. So here you can see. So for better visibility, I can see this look good, I think. Okay, so you can change the text as well if you want. You can change the position sizes and text as well. So for now, I will just use Okay, I think you can hear me. I think I am out of network for a second, maybe.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Sadhu, can you hear? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Okay, okay. So now I will add the other map elements. Okay. Uh, for adding the other map elements, I want to add the legend. So I'll just go to the add legend option, and then go to the drag option here. So you can see the labels. So these are the labels. So here in the layer option, so we can see these options. Okay. So these things, they are now visualized as labels in the map layout. Okay, you can make any kind of changes here as well. Okay, like for the railway lines and the airport points, the name is not like formal. So if I want to make the changes, I can make the changes here, or I can go to the main GIS layout. Like if I go to make changes here, so I need to go to properties again, source option, then go to the layer name. So if I just give a new name like railway lines, hit OK. I'll go to the map layout, then refresh it again. You can see the railway lines. Okay, or you can make the changes here from the item properties. Okay, so I am just deselect the auto update option because I want to change it here. Okay, so like for the airport points, I want to make the changes. I need to go to the edit option. Okay, by selecting this, I will go to the edit option. Then make the changes as I want to make the name as airport. Okay, so then we can see the airport. So the BGG underscore ADM tool. So that is, and that doesn't make any sense as well. So I want to make the changes. So I want a new name here as the division. Okay, so you can see the changes here. Okay, so these are the legend items. So we can format the text as well. Like we can add any kind of legend title and the group headings and the subheadings or item label that can be changed here. Okay, so I want to make the item labels a bit smaller than present sizes. So I'll go to the font option, then I'll reduce the size as I want, like 9 maybe 9 or 8. Uh, then back, so you can see the smaller size of the labels. So we can reduce the space as well. Okay, so in the spacing option, I'll just go to the legend items. You can see the space between symbols. So if I reduce the space, okay, so my space will be reduced. Okay, so I just want to reduce the bit. Okay, so this is about spacing. So if we make changes in the symbols, like these symbols, we can change the width or height if we want. Okay, so that's it. You can see the changed legend here. Okay, I'm just placing it um, here, like to visualize it. Okay, so we can use a frame or we can choose any kind of background if we want. So here is in the item properties. Below you can see we have option for frame and background. So I don't want any kind of background. If you want a frame, we can use a frame like this, but I don't want frame as well. Okay, so we can make rotation and changes if we want, or if it's important for the map. Okay, so here you can see the legend. So now I want to add a grid and a title. Okay, so first of all, I want to add a grid. So I select the frame and go to the grid option. Okay, so here is a grid option. So I have to add the grid first. Okay, so I have added a grid named grid 1. Then I need to modify the grid. Okay, so here is the modify option. So first of all, the grid type, I prefer frame and annotations only, but at first, for the visualization purpose, I'll use just solid and I will make the changes later. Okay, so I just keep it solid here now. We can use the CRSs. So I think the default option, because we have all the layers with specific and same CRS system. So I think that's not a mandatory system. So interval as the map unit. So here you can see the intervals. Okay. So I want to add take 1 degree interval maybe, or 2 degree interval. Okay. So if I go to the y direction, so 2 degree interval is okay, I think. Okay, you can see at the horizontal frame, we'll have 3 grids. Okay, at vertical, we'll have other 3. So if you change it like 1, so it will show more grid. Okay, so I think that is also depend on our purposes. So I think 2 looks better maybe. So I'll go to 2. Okay, so now I am aware about where the grid will be. So by seeing the solid lines, okay, so now I can change the grid type as frame and annotations only. That means the frame will be there, or and the annotation layer can be there. Okay, so uh, here again we'll go to the frame if we want to use a frame. So like if I select a zebra frame, you can see the zebra frame here. Okay, so that is also depend on our purposes or aesthetic beauty. Yeah, I'm going to the modify grid again. So I don't want zebra frame. I just want exterior tricks. Okay, so we'll just see the tricks here outside the box. Okay, so the frame line thickness can also be changed if you want. You can see the draw coordinate option. If I go to the draw coordinate option, I'll see the latitudes and longitudes. I think you all can see the latitudes and longitudes. Okay, so here on the right side and the left side, the latitude shows horizontally. So if I visualize it vertically, maybe it will look better. So I can change it as well. So for the left coordinates, I'll go to vertical. So vertical ascending would be appropriate, I guess. And for the right side, I'll go for the same vertical ascending. Okay, so now I think the grids are looking better. If I want to make changes in the font or shapes, it also can be done here if you want. So you can change the font as well. Like I want to make it bold and reduce a bit. Okay, you can see the change grids and coordinates. Okay, so I think this is the map layout that we want to export. But before that, we want to add a title as well. So for adding the title, I'll just go to add item options. We can add the title, or we just go to the add label option. Like I want to go here, add label option, and I want to make the changes in the name, like Bangladesh base map, base maps. Okay, I think you can see the changes. I'm just now looking for changing the sizes as well. I'll go to font. I want a bigger size, font size, okay, and both. Okay, so now we can see the title, Bangladesh base map. So now our print layout is okay, and it has been prepared. Okay, so for exporting the map, so I can use a different formats. Like I can export it as JPEG, PNG, etc. Or I can directly export it as a PDF. Okay, so as we use different kind of images, like JPEG extension is very usable for us. Okay, so that's why I'll just export the map uh, as JPEG. So I'll go to the layout, then export as image. Okay, so if we just want export as PDF, we'll just go to export as PDF. Okay, now for now I will go to export as image. Okay, so now we can see the export as image. I have to choose the extension. You can see number of extension here. I just want the JPEG format. Okay, okay, I'm just creating a folder to save the maps. Okay, then go there and I'm just putting the name, the file name, like Bangladesh base map. Okay. So now we have to select the DPI, the resolution. So the resolution you can see here in dot per inch or DPI. So I want a better resolution. So I'll go to 500 maybe. 500. Okay, then I just click save. So the map export, I think successfully exported has been done. So we just can go to the folder. So here you can see the map option. I'll just open the map. So you can see the map. Okay, so this is the map we have prepared. Okay, so this here we can see this is a basic map which has several information. Like in the map, we can see the name of the district. Then we can see the divisions as shown in the legend. Then we can see the railway lines. Okay, so here you can see the railway line, the legend of the railway lines. Then we can see the airport and any kind of helipads that are available in Bangladesh. Okay, so this is a basic base map. We can use the technique and method for creating the base map we want. Okay, for research purposes, for visualization purposes, and for any kind of thing, perhaps personal uses, etc. Okay, so this was our first step of today's session. So now we'll go to the second part. Okay, creating a thematic map. Okay, so for creating a thematic map, we'll use the population datasets of Bangladesh to create a thematic map. Okay, so for the next exercise, we don't need the yellow lines and airport points datasets. That's why I will just remove the layer. Okay, so I'll go to the remove layer option. Okay. So this layer, the BGT ADM2 or the administrative layer of Bangladesh will be used for the next part as well. So that's why I kept it here. Okay, for the next part, to create a thematic map, we need the district datasets that are already that has been already downloaded from our open source website. So if I just want to show you the data, you can see the datasets. So the datasets is in CSV format. Here you can see the district column and the population number. Okay, so we can open the CSV dataset here again. So for adding another layer, CSV layer, I'll go to layer again. Okay, so add layer option, then I will choose add delimited text layer. As I am going to open a CSV layer, that's why I have to select this option. Okay, so I'll go to the folder again. As you can see the population datasets. Okay, I'll just open it. Okay, I have to set the geometry definition. I can see the file format as CSV. Then geometry definition is important as we don't have any kind of latitude or longitude or point coordinates. We'll just select no geometry. Okay, this dataset has no geometry. So we'll just click add and we can see it, the layer manager. Okay, so here you can see the layer manager. Okay, so for now, we can join the population datasets with our pre-existing datasets. Okay, so before that, we need to find a common field or common column. Okay, so if we go to the population datasets, we can see uh, the district name here. Okay, the district name here. Again, if we go to the attribute table of administrative boundary, sorry. So we can see the name to have the district name. Okay, so by using this column, we can make the join, the spatial join. Okay, so before joining, so it's mandatory to select a specific field or column to join the datasets. Okay, so the both dataset must have same and identical column or field. Okay, so as I can see, the identical columns are present. So now I can perform the joint option. So I want to join the population datasets with the administrative boundary. Okay, so for doing this, I'll go to the properties again. Okay, so here I can see the join option, Okay, so here I want to add a join. So that's why I'll go to the add option, add new join. Okay, so here I can see automatically the join layer is here, the BD population, and the join field will be the district, as I have shown you that the CSV dataset has a column named district, and the same column is present in the administrative boundary layers, uh, which name is, I think, name 2, the district name. Okay, so I can join the fields, just the population. I don't need to the district, just need the population. Uh, then I want to just hit OK. Okay, so if I go to the properties, sorry, if I go to the attribute table again, I'll see there is a new column named population. You see, so that column is joined from the CSV file. Okay, so now I can make the changes in symbology again if I want. Like if I go to the properties again, like changing the symbology. So now I want graduated columns, like very light shaded to dark shaded, okay? So graduated colors. That means the light shade will define the lower count of population, and the dark or deep shade will visualize the higher count of population. Okay, so if I want any kind of classes to add, like here I want 5 classes, I'll just go to classify. Uh, I need to select the field at first. So I'll just selecting the BD population as field because I want to categorize or graduate the colors according to the population counts. Okay, so I'll go to the classify options. So you can see the equal count. Okay, so if you want equal interval, it can be possible. Fixed interval, it can be possible. If you want logarithmic scale, it can be possible. A natural base is also possible, but I'll just go for the natural base. Okay, and we can change the legend as well. Like if we use low for the low count, we can see the low, medium. We can see the medium. Okay, so I'm just change two legends. Okay, you see. So as I have changed the two legends only, so you can see here the low and medium only. So the rest of the thing are default as by the categorized value. And here you can see the symbology is according to the population counts. Okay, as the Dhaka is the most populated city in Bangladesh, that's why you can see the uh, most deep, I think, value here. Okay, the deepest value here. Okay, so if we want to make the symbology make changes in the symbology according to the population counts, we can do it, or we can create a new column named population density to create a new map again. Okay, for doing this, we need to go to the activity table. Okay, before that, I want to just go to the toggle editing tool to make it eligible for editing. So then I'll go to the activity table. So as you can see, the activity table has now 4 different columns. Okay, the first one is division, then ID of districts, then district's name, and the population. Okay, so if I want to create a density column, it's very, very important and it's mandatory to have a column of area because we use population, we create population density or we calculate population density by using the area. So that's why we need to have a column named area. Okay, for creating this, I'll just go to the open field calculator option. So here you can see the open field calculator option. So I am just going there. Okay. You can see a different window. Okay. So here I will just use a field name, like I want a field name as area in kilometer. Okay. So as the predetermined data set is in meter square, so and I'm now want area field with kilometer square in units. So that's why I just go to finding the dataset area that is available already in meter, but I need to uh, create the column in a unit of kilometer square. So that's why I'll divide it into 1 million. Yes, it's okay now. I think by going to apply, it will create a area field. You can see the area field in square kilometer right now. Okay, so now I want to create the density column. Okay, So as we know, the density is equal to the total population divided by area. I will go to the open field calculator again. Okay, so then I'll use, I think, the population column, like BD population column divided by the area value. I can see here the area KM is available. Okay, I will use a field name as density. Density, I'll choose the field type as decimal as the density can be in decimal. I'll just hit OK. So let's see what happens. So here you can see the density. You see the density column. Okay. So now, as we have the density data sets, we can change the symbology according to the density. Okay. So before that, I'll just go to save the edits. Okay. So by clicking save edits, the data has been saved. Oh, sorry, here you can see some changes, maybe some changes occur here after the special joining. Okay, that can be changed again. Okay. Before that, if I want to make the changes in the symbology according to the properties like density, I'll go to the density value. No? Then I have to choose the color them and the color them I want. So I like this red color them. Then again, I'll go to natural bakes and classify again into 5 classifications. Now we can see uh, the classification. So I want 6 classes. So we can see the values are the density ranges. Okay, the density ranges. Okay, so if I use the legend like very low, 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 medium, medium to high, high, or very high. We can do this, but basically that's need a base to assign the legend very low for these values. Okay, I'm just showing here as arbitrary options. Okay, so if I click OK, I think something happened during joining. I need to remove the layer again. Let me just show the symbology. Sorry. Sorry again. I want to add the layer. Okay. We can see it again. Okay. So just going to table, so we can see the field are available, district name, area, density, etc. Okay. So I'm just going to properties again, and I want to make the change symbology as graduated color. Okay, I'll go to the density field, okay, as value, and select the color them as this and the red band. Okay, I will use the natural break again and select 5 layers, then classify again. Okay, so I'm just going to apply. So you can see the graduated color or a thematic layer, okay, according to the density. So as you can see, the visualization is not good because the many districts here showing the same classes. So that's why I want to make more classes. Okay, so I'll go to 10 classes. Okay, so then classify again. So then I think it will show a better representation of a thematic map. Okay, so you can use actually different values if you want. Like if you want actually value like 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 500, you can use it. So I'm just keeping it default. Okay, so now I again go to the print layout to create a new map. Okay, so I'll go to the new print layout. I think the print layout that is already available here. Okay, so I'm just refresh the dataset. That's it. Okay, so I need to add new symbology for this map as well. So the north arrow, the scale, and the title. So that is exactly like the previous map. I need to make the changes for this as well, if there is necessary. But at first, I want to add the legend. Okay. So for adding the legend, I'll go to the add item option. Okay. So then add legend again. Okay. So here I want to add the legend. Okay. You can see the new legend. Okay, the legend of this thematic map. Okay, so if again I want to make the changes of this layer, I will go to select this and edit this. I want to keep a name of population density. Okay, so then hit OK. You can see the population density name here. Okay, again you can make the changes if it needs to. Like if you want to make two columns, like it has 10 different classes. If I want to make two columns, it's possible. Like splitting the layers, it's possible. Okay. If I don't, I can create one layer something. Okay. So if I just keep the one layer or one column, I need to change the symbol, like formatting the item labels. So I'll go to the font again, change the size, reducing or increasing, okay, as I want. Okay, I want to reduce a bit. Then I want spacing to be reduced again. Like I want to reduce space. Okay, the subheading needs to be changed as well. Sorry. Sorry, the changes. So I don't want the background. So that is the modified symbology now. Okay. So if you want, you can use two columns, three columns, etc. if you want. So I want to make changes of the title again, like population density map or etc. It's possible. But as the legend already mentioned that the map is for population density, so you can use unit as well. But I just want a new title, like population density map of Bangladesh. Okay. So I'm just sorry. You can see the title here. Uh, you have to modify the size as well. size and etc. If want, like I want to reduce the size a bit, so then I had to go to the font and then to the changing the sizes. Okay. So I think the thematic map has been prepared again. Okay. So if you want to make the further changes, it's possible for the map. Okay. So I think it's kind of okay now. And now I am again going for exporting the map. Okay. So for exporting the map, I will go to layout option, then export as images. So if you want to export as PDF, you just need to go here and select the name like population density map. So you can set the parameters and save the file like the PDF has been saved. I guess, yeah, in the map file, so I can see the PDF. So you can see the PDF. Okay. So that is the prepared thematic map. Okay. So I think today's session and the small session, so you can now able to prepare the base maps and the basic base maps and the thematic maps, okay, from the available data set for your country or for your region and the places you want. Okay, so I think finally I need to save the project again. I'll go to the QGIS layout. Okay, so then save the project. Thus I can use it later if I need to. Okay, so that was it. Everything for the map preparation for today's session. So if you have any questions, so I think we can go to the interactive sessions if we have any questions or things to arise from this session. Sadhu bhai, can we go to the interactive session?
Yes, we could. If you have any question, please raise your hand. One by one, we are give you follow so that you can ask your question. So I just request you to raise your hand. Sharia, are you
Please.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First of Tijani Bakuar, to just ask your question. I am just allowing your mic. You just unmute and ask your question. So I'm going to next person. Sorry, you may pick some question from the chat box.